It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. You can feel the energy here in Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Robin Lopez. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Galloway in the point guard position. Now here's Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got the first points up on the board here for Toronto. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
There's the pick. Afflalo with it. Lowry picks him up. Second shot opportunity. They get the rebound. Lopez kicks to Afflalo. Lopez a screen. The pass to Porzingis. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
You know, in talking about Lowry, you see his shooting percentages didn't change much, but his output sure did. I mean, averaging 17 points and 7 assists a game the past 2 seasons. He also converted more threes. I mean, there's very little he can't do on the offensive end.
Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Ross kicks to Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he bangs down the one-hander. 2
very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
Porzingis can't hit.
You know, getting back to Lowry, I really admire his aggressiveness. On the break in the half-court set, doesn't really matter. He's really the guy who makes it happen for his team. And he's a potent straw stirring that drink.
Toronto working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Raptors with some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Stoll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. It's Anthony with the drive. They set the screen. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. New York, no good that time either. Here's Patterson. Nailed from three-point land. Patterson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Galloway kicks to Anthony. From 12 feet out. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Now, here's Joseph. Was on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Pass to Joseph. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Now here's Anthony. Drills the elbow jumper. Anthony's got 6.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Passes it to Joseph. He feeds it to Biyombo. The shot is off. Good D by Lopez.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Galloway, the pass to Afflalo. Dishes to Carmelo. All sorts of time. Here's Porzingis. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow! We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola. And it's Ross in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense. You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
The dish to Calderon. O'Quinn with it. Luis Scola covering. Pulls up on the wing. They get it again. Grant outside. Thomas, a screen on DeRozan. Outside Thomas. No good on the triple.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in.
Corey Joseph.
Here's the screen. Pass to O'Quinn. Shot clock at 5. Calderon has the open look. And O'Quinn kicks to Calderon. Grant dishes to Calderon. Thomas gets a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range.
For 3.
Thomas got himself on the board with 3 there.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Lowry passes to Scola. He kicks it to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Serafin. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Here's O'Quinn. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual adjustment.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised the shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Caboclo, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. On the pass to Porzingis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his postgame. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Here's Galloway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
13 feet away. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Powell. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Galloway kicks to Afflalo. Off target on the 15-footer.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
That's good. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
And the transition defense now, guys, non-existent, invisible.
He had 3 straight fast break buckets here. The D seems to be sleepwalking.
Here's Anthony. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Caboclo. And it's Lowry in for Powell. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's Galloway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go. All the way if he can. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Knicks out front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break at halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And New York looking at who they've got. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Then there's a follow. And it's Galloway in the 1 spot.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Pass to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Carmelo. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Raptors trailed by 7.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Right side Lowry. It's tipped and stolen by Afflalo. And laid in to finish the break. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Give your dance back, some of the fans. Come on, give it up.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Lopez a screen. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Stoll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Ross. Goes up on the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Knicks ball.
The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Galloway. Out to the wing. They grab their own miss. The feed to Carmelo. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Anthony's got 13.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
In the last few years, the Toronto fans have made a strong case for being the loudest in the league. And Greg, you know, the Air Canada Center can sound like a 60,000 capacity crowd during the playoffs.
It is really unreal. It gives the Raptors a huge advantage here at home. Toronto and Canada will always be hockey first, but they love their Raptors here in the North.
Here's Joseph. Jacks up a 3. Biyombo. Knicks with the rebound. Passes it to Porzingis. Afflalo right side. Fade away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
You know, the Raptors were top 5 in attendance last season as well. I mean, fans had plenty to cheer about as the team finished with 27 home wins on the year.
Porzingis passes to Galloway. To the right side. The shot from 20 feet away. Lopez kicks to Anthony. From deep, Afflalo. Lopez dishes to Anthony. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Grant with the ball. Terrence Ross is out there with Scola. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Lowry in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Thomas with the ball. Scola covering. 4 on the shot clock. Seraphin kicks to O'Quinn. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Raptors trailed by 9. And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Toronto with the ball. Now here's Ross. Shot clock at 6. Here's Valanciunas. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Feeds to Grant. Outside Thomas. Now here's Calderon. Tight defense on him. And it's Grant in the corner. It's Thomas outside. And he gets the bucket. Thomas got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
He's just so good from out there, even when the defense is tight.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979.
Some changes for Toronto. Patterson comes in for Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph. Dishes to Scola. Right block shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
At the line for 2.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career. Then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
O'Quinn, the best to Grant. To the left side wing. Offensive rebound. Seraphin dishes to O'Quinn. Grant outside. Calderon in the corner. And counted from 19 feet away. And the Knicks lead by 9. Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
Here's Patterson. The jump hook. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
DeRozan again. It's Calderon. No good from Grant.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. Ross passes to Scola. Here's DeRozan. Drops in the tray. Now just a 4-point New York lead.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Back to Calderon for 3. And he gets it to go.
For 3.
Calderon's got 5 points in the quarter.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Grant gets a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 5. 1:15 left in the fourth. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Raptors. Anthony kicks to Afflalo. Galloway with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 7.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Toronto calls timeout. They're losing by 7. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Corey Joseph's checked in for Toronto.
Corey Joseph.
Scola at the elbow. Here's Joseph. Offline with his 3. New York with the ball. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Here's Galloway. On the wing of Afflalo. He dishes it to Carmelo. Ross knocks it loose. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA World Tournament.
"19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Anthony's got the lead up to 9 now for New York.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 9. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Poked away. DeRozan dishes to Joseph. Deep 2 from Ross. And again, Toronto no luck.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
So it's New York picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
있고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람
All Eastern Conference. In this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sullinger in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Johnson on deep. Follow against Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And Jared Sullinger, the bucket on the assist by Thomas.
Assist from.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
It's Anthony with the drive. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. A follow. Kicks to Anthony. Tries from 16. And that one comes up a bit short.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Hits from the high post.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, this offense is going to be there for them.
Kicks it to Sullinger. Pass to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. And so it's New York with it. Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Anthony at the elbow. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Here's Crowder. The Knicks pull it in. And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but they got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Anthony against Thomas. Lopez right side. Lopez sets a screen for a follow. And that one hits back iron.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
The Celtics making a switch here. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Johnson. Jerebko comes in for Jay Crowder. Smart's checked in for Bradley. And it's Turner in for Isaiah Thomas. There's the pass to Sullinger. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Here's Porzingis. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Here's Galloway after the made shot from Evan Turner. Anthony's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside Turner. Addition out to Sullinger. Over to the left wing. Here's Jerebko. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. Both teams will make substitutions. And so he makes both from the line.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Amir Johnson is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then there's Smart. And it's Turner and it's the three.
At the bottom of the East last season. They didn't go into the season thinking they were in for a rough go, making last season all that more painstaking for the fans.
Outside for Thomas. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Knicks trail by 4. There's the pick. Calderon kicks to Thomas. Six on the shot clock. Here's Serafin. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And for the Knicks and their play against the rest of the conference, guys who've been talking about only Clark 11 wins in 52 games.
And you know, Kevin, what's worse is the Knicks were 5-21 at home against the East. No matter how you slice that up, the Knicks had a season that everybody would like to forget in New York.
One more time, let me hear it for yo.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Smart. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Thomas. The rebound by Johnson.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for the Celtics. Crowder comes in for Turner. Johnson over to help. Grant kicks to O'Quinn. Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. They get it again. The feed to Calderon. Outside Thomas. From the arc. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Thomas against Grant. 16 feet away. Shot by Serafin. No good. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Shot's good for Serafin. Boston trailing. Here's Crowder. It's hauled in by Thomas. Pass to Grant. Thomas kicks to Calderon. Uncovered. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Shot by Crowder, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Grant down low. Thomas is on him. Thomas dishes to Calderon. Shot clock at 6. .104 left now here in the second. And the Knicks good for 2.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Offensive rebound. Johnson. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Calderon passes to Serafin. The jump hook. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Johnson's shot is off.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Yeah, it could work, but I wouldn't take that approach, Clark. They should be fighting their way inside for better looks. And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Johnson missing again.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
And we're through the first half of the third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Look at Jose Calderon. He's been really playing well.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Look at Jose Calderon. He's been really playing well.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Anthony out there with Afflalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Porzingis in the four-man position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got the lead up to 5 now for New York.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Anthony kicks to Afflalo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. For the tie. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Johnson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
The drive by Anthony. Thomas up top. Offensive rebound. New York moving it around. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. The Knicks rebound. Anthony with the screen on Bradley. Afflalo dishes to Anthony. Missed it, even after all those chances.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling. Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year. Just lacked any real presence in the paint. And lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Afflalo kicks to Lopez. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
30. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Knicks. And the Celtics also making a change. Jerebko's checked in. Boston again missing. New York leading by 4. The drive by Anthony. Here's Porzingis. Olynyk is covering. From 13. Can't hit. Now Boston takes it the other way.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Celtics ball.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Thomas kicks to Jerebko. Knicks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his third rebound tonight. Here's Galloway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Porzingis passes to Galloway. Rebound, Boston.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The three. Good. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Here's Galloway on the floor for Boston. We've got Jerebko. Jared Sullinger is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Smart in at the 2.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And they get it back. It's stolen by Anthony. Throws it up high.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Back to Afflalo. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Anthony drawing the double team. Passes it to Porzingis. From deep, Afflalo. Again, Afflalo missing.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Here's Anthony. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that is good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
Let's go, Knicks!
The Knicks leading by 5. Feeds to Galloway. Afflalo outside. 5 on the clock. Anthony in the corner. Pulls up on the elbow. Lopez kicks to Galloway. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Knicks lead by 8.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive. But the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
So far in the game for Anthony, he has 8 points and 2 nice steals as well. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
Bradley's checked in for Boston.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Afflalo. The shot by Turner, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Anthony dishes to Afflalo. Pass to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for New York.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Johnson. Anthony, the pass to Afflalo. Can't get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Thomas kicks to Bradley. The Celtics working the ball around now. Thomas gets the bucket.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. They set the screen. On the wing of Afflalo. Dishes it to Carmelo. Top of the key. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he's a gutty player, guys. I mean, he's given away a lot of inches, a few inches anyway, and still finds a way to win those rebound battles.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And they go to the intentional foul. Jake Crowder's checked in for Boston. And so they foul intentionally.
Boston foul call.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
That's his first personal foul. At the line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Johnson. Count it!
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trailed by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
17 seconds left in the game. Shot by Crowder, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Afflalo. Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the 3. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Jerebko. But they get it back. And they're able to recover. So it's New York picking up the win. A confident win.